Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. So today we are going to be finally finishing another series of mine, and that is the Things Class Players Do series, or whatever it is that we decided to call it. So this episode was actually meant to come out like a few weeks ago, maybe even a month ago or something like that, but for whatever reason I didn't end up making it. So today we are finally going to be finishing the series and moving on to something else. What that something else is right now, I don't actually know. So there might be a video in a few days on the channel talking about what could be next for the channel, or what could be the next big series I work on. I want Scout's Pouch to be like the next kind of big series that I work on, but because they take quite a while to make, there's room for another little series in there should I want to do that. So if you're interested in that video, make sure you leave a comment down below talking about your ideas now so I can mention them in the video later, and subscribe if you do want to see that video when it comes out. So anyway, let's get right into this. We're going to start off with something really quick and easy, and that is trick stabs. Spies absolutely love them. It could be a spy that's installed the game recently and has clocked a few hours attempting it, or an expert spy player who could bait you into any kind of stab they want. It strikes fear into the heart of players when you see a friendly class start jumping behind you on a set of stairs. I mean, there's two ways this thing could go. Either the first one is that they completely fail and make themselves easy targets, you just turn around and kill them, or they just start running away, they're like, no, I'm out of there. Or they land that crazy stab and you may as well at that point just uninstall the game. Like, I don't want any of that in my servers, thank you very much. So there has always been this joke in the TF2 community that I never quite understood, but it's that spy players almost always have an anime profile picture on Steam. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why that is like the thing people expect from a spy main. I don't quite understand it at all, to be honest, but I've never really been too bothered about what somebody has as a profile picture, unless it's something that if I was to put it on YouTube, I'd have to blur, because that's just effort and then I'd hate you for it. But you know, like, I don't really care if people have an anime profile picture. I don't really care if people have a weird profile picture or anything. But it's a common trend amongst spies to have an anime themed one. And I don't get it. Okay, so technically, this one might be a little bit outdated, but it's something I really liked about playing Spy. And I'm absolutely gutted that Valve took this away from me. And that is Ambassador headshots. Now, I know before you all comment below that the Ambassador still headshots people, hear me out. I am aware that it still headshots people, but it's not quite the same. Hitting a headshot now is all down to luck instead of skill, and is nowhere near comparable in my mind to having to use the tiny dot crosshair that TF2 has, so you can line up a shot on a sniper at the other end of the map and hitting him with a solid 102 headshot without him even seeing you or knowing you are there. Nothing compares to that feeling. Like, I absolutely loved the old Ambassador with the headshots, because you could actually just be good at them. You don't have to rely on luck or being a certain distance away from them, or you just get them from spamming or anything. You actually had to aim and you actually had to be good. I absolutely loved using the Ambassador like that, and when I got bored of trying to be sneaky or whatever, being able to actually rely on headshots a lot of the time was a really fun way to play Spy. Obviously, it's completely out of character to play Spy like that. You're not meant to play it like that. But I didn't care, because I found playing Gun Spy so fun. And now headshotting somebody with that gun is stupidly rare, and I hate it. But I might make another video on this at some point, because I miss the old Ambassador so much. Something I struggled with when playing Spy a lot of the time is disguises, because on the surface you just pick a class to disguise as out of all 9 classes in the game, and then you are done, right? No. Once you get more into playing Spy and you know the enemy team are a little more switched on and wise to there being spies around, a disguise becomes a lot more important. If you're sneaking around as the same NG over and over again, the enemy team are going to know. But if you keep changing your disguise, being different people who are playing different classes, it becomes much harder to find out who you are. Unless you're standing right next to the person you were disguised as, in which case that's kind of a bad spot to be in, and I wouldn't want to be there if I was you. The point I'm trying to make here is that a lot of spies fail at disguises, and some of that is due to just pressing B to disguise as whatever they did last, or them not having the knowledge of what class to use to get behind people, what disguise to use when approaching a bunch of enemies from behind, and just how to, who to hide as in general, and what they could do when they are disguising. And these things are something I struggle with myself, and I'm trying to work on and improve that and learn what disguises are best to use. The next point is going to be about pyros. Now, a lot of pyros you will see just walking around and randomly using their flamethrower. And when you're a spy and you're near a pyro doing that, like, he will only seem to use the flamethrower when he's like right next to you or right in front of you. And it's the luckiest timing in the world based on the fact that he's literally just hit you with it. And it was the only, like, he tapped it for a second and he set you on fire, hunted you down and killed you because of that timing. Like, it constantly happens. It's weird. I don't know if pyros just have like a sixth sense of finding spies, but it is very, very annoying to be constantly caught up in the very unfortunate timing of pyros using their flamethrower. Alright, so for the final point of this video, I want to talk about the biggest community suggestion that I got as far as I remember, and that point being that there are a select few spy players who watch a certain spy YouTuber religiously. And then they go into the servers trying to replicate his moves, but they wonder why it doesn't work when they haven't practiced it at all, but they've watched a video. I think it's quite obvious that the YouTuber here is Mr. Paladin. Like, he makes some very, very good spy guides, but there are a lot of people who just watch that video and just think that makes them good straight away. Not like having to practice it or anything, but you've seen how Mr. Paladin does it, so that means you should be able to do it, right? That's how that works. No. You have to practice. Mr. Paladin has practiced. It's why he's so good. Obviously, these spies might just decide to practice in pubs, but there are loads of maps you can use to practice trick stabs, or like stair stabs at least is what I know with TR Walkway. But there's surely other ways to practice it instead of making yourself look like an idiot. But do you know what? That might be what you have to do sometimes. It's definitely what I do in Fortnite, so you know. So we've reached the end again. Yeah. This is it. We've got to the end of another series, and I really don't know what I'm meant to do now. So if you have any suggestions, then leave them down below. As I said earlier, I will probably be making a video in the next couple of days talking about what series should be next for the channel. So if you want to go and check that one out, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it when it comes out. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave it a like, and while you're down there, maybe comment something cool. I don't know. A funny comment would be nice. And if you are excited about more content like this or more content to come, then also subscribe while you're down there liking and commenting and anything else you do down there, I think. Like replying to some people. I don't know. We are also getting very close to 47,000 subscribers as I'm writing the script for this. So if we can hit sometime soon, that would be absolutely awesome. Make sure you tell your friends as well to subscribe so we can hit it soon. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have friends, don't worry about it. But if you do, then, you know, hook a man up. Thank you all so much for watching this series and all of the support on it. It means a lot to me, and I hope you can keep going with some more awesome stuff coming soon. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.